Ravenna, Nebraska is a peaceful town, except when the Outlaws come to call. One of the most raucous and rowdy classes is the two-wheel drive category, where blown engines roar at full throttle. By comparison, the limited Pro Stock tractors trade thunder for billowing clouds of smoke. One thing both classes have is intensity, and they are bringing it all next.
In the heart of the Midwest, there's a band of modern-day marauders. Mounted atop their beasts, they line up to throw down. They are outlaws.
The Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Series is ready to roll in Ravenna, Nebraska. Hello, everyone. I'm Claude Wood, and along with Dave Bennett and Rick Carlson, we will be bringing you the action in a pair of classes that are as different as can be.
You are going to blow smoke on one, and we're going to make noise with the other. Limited Pro Stocks is the diesel burning boys. Still got to be a tractor rear end, limited on their turbocharger. Two-wheel drives, V8 supercharged. Don't have to be a truck, it can be a car. Wheel standing, get it on class.
So Dave, explain to us how the sled works.
Well, the pulling machines hook onto a device that gets heavier as it goes down the sled. The turning of the tires drags a heavy weight box with tons of weight in it up the rails. Once it tops out at top, all the weight is on the skid pan, and the pulling device, whether it be a tractor or two-wheel drive, it just cannot keep on pulling that kind of weight.
Limited Pro Stock, this is Tony Wortman, and he drives an International 1066.
Out of Montgomery City, Missouri, he's a mechanic by trade, owns a repair shop, also promotes his own pull, knows a lot about the sport of tractor pulling, as he's demonstrating right here. The front end's up in the air, putting all the weight on the rear end. Settled down a little too much on that front end. He's going to get a distance of 269 and 87, and him being the first puller, he'll get to keep that. And Claude, you take a look right here, that front end up. You like that, but notice how it settles down on the big end.
Did he have too much weight on the front?
He lost traction, that's for sure. He could have probably done without 50 pounds to help him go farther down the track.
Down to Rick Carlson.
Tony, how's the track doing?
Pulling in the daytime's a little different at night. Got new tires on, still doing a lot of experimental. But the track, all in all, is not that bad.
Tim Lottman out of Beatrice, Nebraska. He drives Farmer's 4Play.
This is one hard charging machine for a fact. And you'll see on the side of it, it's got a for sale sign on it right there. He wants to move up to the big pros, but why do you want to sell a tractor that's running as good as this one? He's got, oh, I like the hood. The hood's ready to eat more. The hood's wanting to go farther. Not a problem. Hey, he's going to be your new leader at 286 and 88.
Well, maybe he wanted a convertible, Dave. Let's go back to the replay and see that run and how he accomplished it.
Well, good balance, good tire speed, a lot of horsepower. Now, a lot of people might think it might be against the rules for the hood to go floating around that way. As long as it don't fall off on the track or its safety equipment, not a problem.
This is a brand new tractor driven by Gary Barrett. Shakedown Crew's first time out.
Hometown man right here in Ravenna, new tractor, wants to do good. Going to figure out what it's going to take to make it run. Looks like he's really got it going good. But man, oh shoot, he is so close to that sideline. He had the tires turned, but he never give up on it. And it's a good thing. He goes into second place at 275 and 30.
Let's check it out on the replay. Did the track pull him over to that side?
I ain't going to say so much the track as the tractor itself. You could be talking air pressure. He's still got to learn how much air to put in each tire to make it run. I know he got his brakes set, that's for sure.
This is Taylor Van Beek. Wow, check this out. 14 top 3 finishes in 2014. Wow.
And he would love to duplicate that in 2015. That is for a fact. It does look like the track is going to be pulling the boys over to the right side. Even he made a Dido over to the right side just a little bit. He's going to go into third place at 270 and 26. And Claude, as you said, is it the track or is it the tractors? He's as center as he can be, and you just see how it's drifting that way. That's got to be the track causing that drift.
And not really able to steer it a lot because he's bouncing up and down so much. Hometown boy here is Alex Barrett driving Wampus Cat 2.
Tell you what, the town of Ravenna has got a lot of pulling tractors in it, and this is one of the top ones for a fact. This limited pro stock class. Look at the ground speed. Look at the tire speed. Alex is doing a great job taking it down on the throttle all the way. Fourth place by .02. You talk about close, Claude. This class is getting close into fourth by .02, 2/200ths of a foot.
And on the replay, a pretty good run straight down the middle there, Dave.
And using that motor, letting all the horsepower work.
As we check out the leaderboard, Tim Lotman with an 11-foot lead at the moment. In third, fourth, and fifth, less than half a foot. Our next puller, Seth Novak, will see how he and Bounty Hunter will do when we come back.
The Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association is brought to you by Bauer Built. Our strength is in our people and the customers we serve. Will Cross Seed. Good product, good prices, good service. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. And by ARP, the world leader in fastener technology.
Welcome back to Ravenna, Nebraska, and the Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Series. A great crowd on hand enjoying the action. This is Seth Novak getting ready to go. Earlier, Rick Carlson caught up with him and found out how he broke into the sport.
Now, Seth, you started with pulling lawnmowers?
Yeah, when I was 2 years old, I was still on diapers, and I got on my first tractor and drove it. It was like a regular lawnmower, 16-horse Kohler. Just pretty much took the deck off of it and put some little actual pulling tires on the back of it. And Dad was standing right next to me. We have a picture at home, and he's telling me what to do, and I have the biggest smile on my face, and then I got hooked, I guess.
Well, what a great story. You can't start much earlier than that. Bounty Hunter, this is a brand new tractor to this class, not even painted yet, Dave.
That's right, a brand new driver, brand new tractor. Get it on. The boy out of Nebraska wants to do really good. Not a bad job of driving. Got his weight balanced. Good stack of weights in front of those tires. He knew what he's doing when he balanced it. He's going to roll in there at 267.06.
And on the replay, Dave, the front end does stay down, but he's got, it looks to me like, more of the weights on the side than he does on the front.
It does. Just the way the tractor's going to balance out. You can't discredit that pull none. I think the young man in the new tractor done a great, great job.
Not exactly what you wanted, but you got down the track.
Yeah, it felt pretty good. Brand new tractor, only second pass on brand new motor. Bought it over the winter, and last year it blew up, totally disintegrated the motor. Came out today, second pass, couldn't be any happier. I mean, it ran pretty good.
Your 2014 points champion is Joe Moriando, driving No Green, No Glory.
He knows the glory part. He's a green man all the way through. Out of Mount Vernon, Missouri. Him and his dad, they own and operate a sod farm, is what they actually do. You see him looking over to the left right there. He sees where that leader flag is, knowing where he wanted to go. He's going to be a little bit short of where he wanted, 271.32.
He had a pretty good run going. I want to look at the end of this run when we get there, Dave. Looked like he stopped pretty abruptly. What happened there?
Well, let's see if I can pick up. Just run out of traction. The sled just got so heavy, probably a spot on the track.
Thomas Thieves is our next puller, driving Heartbreaker 2 by daytime. He's a technician at John Deere, yet he's driving a Case IH.
Hey, everybody's got to work somewhere. All right, he knows how to make it talk, whether it's green or whether it's red. Don't have a clue what took place there, but he went from right all the way over to left. You can see his tracks back behind him.
Well, Thomas pulls 244.63 feet. The crowd enjoying that. Craig Yonke coming up next, and he is your 2014 Western Farm Show champion.
And this tractor also is the point champion of 2013 as well. So talk about experience. Guy can get it on for a fact. Now he has started over on that left side. You just seen the Heartbreaker drive over there. He put the sled over there and just drove that sideline, and he goes 2:48.83.
I don't know, Dave, maybe the track is changing a little bit. The Mean Farmer, this is David Novak.
Now David, he's got his son out there. We just seen his son pull earlier. Now Dad's going to come out and see if not only try to beat son, but try to win this class, take home the money. All the way over to the right side. Boy, that sled went back over to the right. They didn't like that left side. And you can see why. Yes, sir, you can see why. This guy just moved into number 2 at 2:76.32.
Taking a look at the final results. Hey, Tim Lockman, maybe he will give it a second thought about selling that tractor, or maybe the price just went up.
And taking the win, Limited Pro Stock. Tim, outstanding job. From the very beginning, everybody got a chance to head for you.
Yeah, thank you. It track's a lot better tonight than it was last night, and everything just seemed to hook up well and go straight down the track like it's supposed to.
Well, and it makes a difference pulling early or pulling late.
Exactly. The track didn't get any better at all, so that was in my favor.
Coming up after the break, the Wild wheel-standing modified two-wheel drive trucks, a class that will demand a lot of skill from the drivers. Stay with us.
In motorsports, safety is always an issue. In the world of truck and tractor pulling, number one rule, before you start any motor, there's got to be somebody sitting in the seat at the controls. Then we want to fire it up. But the question is, how do you start 2,000 horsepower? We got it right here. You got to have an off-board starter. Crank it in on the front. It'll engage the top pulley. And let's just find out what 2,000 ponies sounds like. Fire it up. You're going to give it a little bit of a drink. Prime it on top because you shut it off with the fuel, so you prime the top of the motor, hit the switch.
All supercharged and loud motors in the two-wheel drive trucks. This is Cole Zychek.
A lot of Texas boys in this class. This 22-year-old young man right here, this guy is the one that I'd like to drive any machine I could buy on a pulling track. Got a good feel for it. Two-wheel drive, it takes a feel, and he knows his machine as well as anybody. Out of Columbus, Texas, Cole Zychek. Look at the ease. He just driving one hand, raises his visor up. Pretty cool driving. 337.98. Just another day in the park for him.
And let's go down to Rick Carlson.
Cole, you start things off at 337. That's a good number for everybody to shoot at.
Yes, sir. Everything ran good. The front end come up a little high, but we kept our speed up, and I hope it holds up.
We'll see. That'll bring up our next competitor, Donald Nelson. He's driving Lil Whip.
Oh, the Little Whip. Now, this is a real competitive truck. Ever since it was built, it has not backed up to any of the competition. Good motor. Burning it in. Now, talk about the motor right quick. That is a Chevrolet body. They don't have to run a Chevy motor. That is all Millodon or all Hemi.
Give me a little technique here on the starting line. You don't hammer down immediately, do you?
No, it'd be just like a AA fuel dragster. If you hammer it on the line, you're going to burn 2 holes in and not go nowhere. You got to feel it come off the line, just like Don did right there. Take it all the way down to 327.95.
Part of a father-son team, this is Andrew Weens out of Beatrice, Nebraska.
Oh, the sons do a good job of driving. Scott has taught them well. That's their dad. Beautiful car. You talk about a motor singing. That motor singing a beautiful song. Just take it to the far end. Andrew doing a good job. He goes into the lead at 3:45.95.
This car runs good every place he goes. 5-time winner in 2014.
There's not a dog in this class nowhere. You got to be on your A game. You seen his head look over to the right there as he passed the checkered flag. He's happy.
Love the looks of this 1926 Chevy T-Bucket, driven by Robert Zychek.
Call him Whitey. Whitey's his nickname. Everybody knows him as Whitey. Everybody knows him as Mr. Two-Wheel Drive when he goes down the track. You seen his son drive with ease a while ago? Look at him. He's just in there for a nice afternoon drive. He got close to that sideline. Goes 3:30.91 with third place. On board, you see the weight box coming up. You see how the two-wheel drive is going. If he's watching that sideline, see his head cocked over there, he knows right where he is on the track.
Robert, Cole was out there a little bit farther, and he waited years?
Yes, sir. He waited my truck. I waited his.
There's a pattern here you're going to have to work on.
I believe we're going to change that next weekend.
And that will bring up Chad Musel driving straight forward. Well, that's his hope anyway.
That's what he wants to do. This is a truck that's owned and operated by father and son. Paul drives sometime, and this be the son, Chad. Chad is laid on that motor.
A beautiful wheel stand, but in this class, that will not win. That will not get the job done. As we go to the leaderboard, Andrew Weens, a comfortable lead so far, but a lot of great competitors remain to give him the challenge yet. This is Richard Morris in his 1946 Willys Jeep. He will pull when we come back.
The Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Association is brought to you by Sapp Brothers. Visit one of our 16 full-service truck stops today. Agency 212, Marketing, Communications, Public Relations. VP Racing, world leader in race fuel technology. And by Steel Rubber, quality crafted rubber parts and weather stripping.
In Ravenna, Nebraska, the crowd is waiting to see who will be on top in two-wheel drive. While at the end of the track, Cole Zychek talks with leader Andrew Weens.
Yeah, they're conspiring against each other. I know what they're doing.
Well, we'll see if Richard Morris, driving Buffalo's Chip, has anything to say about that.
He's a player. That is a full-body Jeep, all metal. There ain't no plastic in that. That motor's singing. He is making some tracks. He's shooting at them. He is so close. 3:22.05.
Take a look at those butterflies on top of the engine, Dave. He does finesse it right at the beginning.
Oh, yeah, just smooth and easy into it. If you'd have slammed them wide open, you'd have just blowed the tires off on the line. You wouldn't have went anywhere. And a great pull. He's going to get up in the top 5, looks like.
Out of LaGrange, Texas, this is Timothy Makowski.
Never guess what this guy does for a living. He is an electrician. Not a farmer, not a hot rodder, an electrician. But here again, you're talking about great two-wheel drive machines and thumper. That's just nice and easy. You can't say nothing bad about that pull at 3:18.74.
Well, the facts don't lie. 2 pullers remain, and one of those is Brian Nelson. He is driving a very unique machine in a field of all unique machines. Earlier, Rick Carlson caught up with him.
Every inch counts. Brian Nelson, sometimes it's cubic inches, sometimes it's wheelbase, sometimes it's both.
Yes, sir, it is. A lot of times you're getting beat by an inch, so that's why I put every inch counts.
That's it. Now, we look here, and you're way back here. Engine is way up there. Most of the pullers are right here in the middle. Is there a reason that it's left back here?
Yes, sir. It helps you feel the truck hooked up. This truck was built in the mid-'90s, back before they had the sleds they have nowadays. It took every advantage to feel the old sleds, you know, where you can hook up so you don't blow the tires off. But right now, I mean, it's only advantage it has is on pretty sandy tracks where I can put more weight on the back. But on good tracks, I can't get the weight on the front. So, either way.
Brian Nelson, the Texas Stampede, ready to pull. Few last-minute checks here, Dave.
And as he said, you got that weight balance. You talk about the weight, get it up in front or you need it in the rear. And I'd say he done a pretty good job. Look at that front end, just skipping across. Yeah, we got a little high. But, his brother's helping him along on the other side. His brother's saying, yeah, man, you done good. 240, 289 puts him in second place. Claude, I don't know where we can pick this one apart at.
Well, he was set up in the middle of the track, and I guess the question is he looking at the end of the track or looking at his brother?
I tell you, I like his brother. Getting it on. Oh, you hurt my ears. Attaboy.
Bryant, 343. Man, like I said, every inch counts. And I'm a few inches short again, and that's usually how I've been rolling here the last few times. But at least I got the motor running a lot better than I have, so I'm happy with it.
Here's Bill Oberste driving the Missouri Gambler. It's a 1926 Ford T-Bucket.
And a pretty stout running T-Bucket called the Missouri Gambler. Sets in the center. You heard that motor come to. Those butterflies went open really quick, but the motor didn't come to him. And you kind of seen his head lay back right there. He knows he's close, but he could have used a little bit more. 340.34. And there is the Weens boys. That's Andrew and Jared. They're waiting for the distance, and they're going to realize that they just won a class right there. Congratulations, bro.
And going to the final results, the state of Texas made a big stand today, but the winner out of Nebraska is Andrew Weens.
Andrew, watching Bill on that pole, the heart kind of jump up and flutter a little bit.
Yeah, I know Bill, he's perfectly capable of taking the flag and getting by me there, so it was fluttering a little bit before he started. I just grateful my distance held up, and like I said, we love this place, and I'm glad I could put on a show and pull with the best of them. So.
Well, what a great day of pulling today, Dave. 2 exciting classes, limited pro stocks and these wild 2-wheel drive trucks.
Well, the distances are close together, and that's what the sport's all about. It's close together in competition.
And that'll put a wrap on it from Ravenna, Nebraska. For Rick Carlson and Dave Bennett, Claude Wood, so long.